we gotta do some chores, and then we're gonna plant some lettuce and spinach and a couple other things maybe in anticipation for the spring garden. But one of the chores is getting the
she came right
holding one.
She came right to me.
We got to get the chicks in for the night.
I think they.
So the neighbor's cat don't eat them.
Tiger's right there watching. Look, our cat.
Oh yeah, Tiger's coming. They're so nice, these little Buff Orpington chicks. They're nice when they get old too. It's gonna not stay quite warm enough at night yet for them. So we've been keeping them in that tote, but they're getting big for that little tote. And then bringing them out in the daytime so they get some fresh grass and some fresh air. When it starts to get dark, they start peeping loud and louder and louder and louder. Hey, bring us inside. Yeah. Oh, Tiger, are you coming to see him? So we are still keeping them on the heat mat. They're 6 weeks old.
Oh, something like that.
And they're starting to get their feathers, but this way they can, if they get too hot on the heat mat, they can just find a different spot to lay. We kind of rig up a
very fancy setup.
Rig up a thing for them. Like we said, they're kind of getting cramped in there.
It's just overnight though.
We don't have a very fancy brooder box here, but it's just overnight for now. And then we let them out in that little homemade pen. So Kayla's been going out at night to get eggs because we have a couple roosters and they just started fighting each other. So I don't know what I'm going to do with that. If we're going to get rid of one or two, or they were all bloody the other day. So that's another problem to solve. And I got this little homemade thing here. Let's see if there's anybody.
I don't even know how they fit in there.
There's eggs. We have Buff Orpingtons. Leghorns lay the white ones, and then we have Easter eggers and olive eggers, so they lay kind of like
these two.
A bluish. Some of them are a little more pinkish, and then like an olive color egg.
I think the pinkish one is the Buff Orpington, and then we also have fluff balls of Brahma, the white Brahma.
All right, I'm gonna open it up, and you can see.
I'll hold it. I got it.
Oh, there's a bunch in here too, so someone must be kicking them out. Okay, yeah.
You're good?
So this is the coop. They're all kind of sleeping, so they're a little bit docile. So then we just kind of. So let's see what in the seed bin. Right there, lettuce. Oh yeah, spinach right there. Oh, and also, there's lots of exciting things to share. I know I'm getting a little off topic, but I just think this is so cool. My wife Kayla bakes bread, and this is all sourdough bread. These are called boules, like the shape of them, and then she does some with like inclusions, which would be like cinnamon swirl and everything, bagel seasoning. Sometimes she'll do like jalapeno cheddar or pesto mozzarella. Lemon blueberry is really good, people like. And then she does bagels. So we got like Asiago cheese bagels. These are really good and addicting. But plain bagels, someone ordered. Everything bagels, a lot of that, someone ordered. So people ordered all this stuff. She like posts a bake day on her little app, and she's got like people that follow her and that love the bread, and then they buy the bread. So she just baked all this today, but you kind of started the next couple days ago. Maybe I'll make a video doing that. Or you will, but I'll film you doing it. All right, you ready to go plant some food? All right, we're gonna try to plant some lettuce. I'm gonna show them what's gonna be behind us, because if you are curious, we have, I'm gonna turn this light on. This light's on a timer over here. Okay, these are the onions. So a couple days ago I trimmed these back, and I think so that they're on a light timer, so I think they're searching this way for light, so maybe I'll increase the light. And I've just been cutting them with scissors, and then you can kind of see like the onions themselves, they're growing multiple leaves, and then they kind of fall over because they're getting, just giving a little haircut. Because they kind of grow above the lights. So I'm gonna haircut these real quick, I guess. I guess I can do this later. Like you can see, I already cut that one. I cut this one below the light a couple days ago, and it's already growing up past the light. And it looks like they're kind of going over there toward these lights, because I don't have those lights on a timer. But maybe I'll come back to that. And then I did screw one tray up. I tried, the bottom was kind of flimsy, and I tried to kind of like flip it over into another tray of dirt, and it didn't work. And they kind of thought they'd maybe come back, but they didn't come back yet. So I might have to redo that variety. It was just the one variety. Oh, they smell good.
I kind of like the smell of onions, but I don't like the taste of them.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Okay. I'm about ready to put them out, I think, in a week or two. What, Maddie?
Tiger.
What?
I spy
Tiger.
Tiger.
He likes to hide behind our junk. Yeah, he loves, Tiger comes down here during the day and he lays right here. He thinks this is sunshine. His eyes glaze over. Yeah, kind of is sunshine. Oh, and I'll show you these. These are the tomatoes we planted last, how long has it been?
Oh man.
12 days ago, it says.
Okay.
So we planted these about a week and a half ago, something like that. These tomatoes, the basil, and some flowers. These are marigold, salvia, and dahlia, or vice versa.
No.
And then these are basil. Now, these ones that are bigger here, we planted 12 days ago, and the rest of the tray did not germinate. And I asked Kayla how deep she did them, and she said I did them pretty deep. And basil, you can't go that deep. So if you can kind of see, I redid the trays that didn't work. And all I did with the basil seed is I literally just sprinkled it on top. And then because we have the grow light, basil seeds, I think, need light to germinate. So they can't be buried deep where they can't see the light. And apparently that was the difference, because all these are coming up. It's harder to see the purple ones, but these little guys are the green ones coming up. So they needed light to germinate. So now we know for next time. And this is another tray of tomatoes. In case you're wondering, I did have the basil on a heat mat. Some people grow basil from cuttings. I didn't save any. I think you can even do it if you buy basil from the grocery store, if you can get it, and then just propagate it from a cutting, but I've never tried that. We only grow it outside in the garden, and we don't even really eat it that much. We just grow it as a companion plant, kind of pest prevention. And so I usually just do a seed tray and just poke it all over in random spots. Okay, so we're gonna do Walla Walla, which is a place.
It is?
geographic location, at least, if you didn't know that. I don't know where it's at. I know I've seen that on a map somewhere. Let me just show them what we got here.
Yeah.
We have Paris Island romaine. It's a common one. This is really good. It's really colorful in the garden, and it is slow to bolt. This was good also, I think.
I think so.
Marvel of Four Seasons. It's a pretty common one, I think, or just Four Seasons, I think it's sometimes it's called. Like, we really like this kind.
Yeah.
It's pretty versatile, and it's always usually pretty crunchy, and so maybe we'll try this high mowing one. One year I did like a whole tray of lettuce, and we had like a whole 8x4 thing of lettuce, and the lettuce, it just was so much lettuce. We were juicing it, we were giving it away, we were giving it to the chickens. It just kept coming, and it was just,
there's so much lettuce.
it's easy to grow, at least for us, and but the trick is seed it inside, I think, and then transplant it where you want it. We tried the first year, like this probably says, and some people, even like MI Gardener, they'll seed it outside and then thin it a little bit. And then what they do is they'll let it grow up, and they'll harvest it, and they'll keep cutting it and cutting it and harvesting it. We don't do that as much. We kind of just harvest the outer leaves and when we need them, and succession sow the plant. So really we're a little late on this, because this stuff will take really cold temperatures as a plant, but we still got time. So we're just gonna do maybe this kind. Hey, let me blow your mind for a second. One of these seeds is a lettuce plant. And one of these seeds, this whole thing will like fill my whole garden. This little tiny thing that's smaller than a quarter in my hand will fill an entire garden of lettuce and food for your family. Isn't that incredible? And this costs $2 for the packet. Some money for the dirt, some time, some electricity if you don't have a window or whatever. But like, for the grow light. But like, look how many thousands. Oh, let me just not forget where I got that from. Look how many, there's 1,000 seeds in here. So this packet's lasted me 3 years, and I've still got a bunch in there. And look how many thousands of seeds that I have right here that you can eat food from. Still blows my mind. Lettuce can go deeper.
Like that?
It can handle going deeper, yeah. And when you transplant them, when we go to transplant them, they can handle going deeper too. And my friend Brandon has a great video on, I don't really know how to link videos if I try to figure it out. I think he only has like 1 or 2 videos on his YouTube channel. He kind of, I thought he's off to a great start. He kind of stopped for some reason, but there's a really good video that he has on lettuce. So that's where I learned how to do my lettuce, and it works really good. So speaking of Brandon, my friend Brandon, he is an amazing gardener. He has a market garden. He sells vegetables at the farmer's market, and he's really good and really knowledgeable. Him and his wife, and they have like their own cows. We buy raw milk from them.
Yeah.
They're like
no, we own a herd share.
We own a herd share. We buy raw milk from them. Unless that gets them in trouble, then we don't buy raw milk from them. Anyway, I want to like visit his garden and do like garden tours of people I know, just because I'm fascinated at how other people do things. I learn something every time I go. I'm super curious, and like I learn something new every year, and I feel like that would be a really fun thing to do, is go tour people's gardens and then like make YouTube videos of like touring people's gardens. So these are the onion seeds. We're just doing 2 to 3 seeds per plug. And this is a lot of dirt, so they'll be able to grow up in here for quite a while. But the idea is we're not going to thin these. We're going to just plant them in a plug so they'll grow in a cluster, and then we'll transplant them into the garden a little bit with a little bit bigger spacing, and then they'll kind of grow out from the same center, 2 or 3 onions.
Who does it this way? Brandon?
Brandon, I think, does it this way.
Okay.
Charles Dowding does it that way.
Oh, yeah, you said that.
And this lettuce, onion, spinach, they're all kind of more of a cool weather crop. So
Yeah, I think so.
and I do actually like, if you can get them, they're really popular because they're cheap. These are $2 and they are really high quality seeds from my experience from MI Gardener. If you can get them in time, I know
He sells out quite often.
they sell out a lot of things quite often, but they do a really good job at keeping their costs low, and they do have good seeds. Can't find any tags, so we're just gonna, we'll know that that's lettuce, we'll know that that's spinach, and we'll know that that's onion. That's another tray ready to add to the garden starts, and thanks for watching.